Hello. Welcome back to the Quaker Sports Recap. It's playoff time, and our student athletes continue to shine brightly, making the Orchard Park High School community proud. Last week, I stopped by unified football, girls soccer, boys and girls volleyball, and football, which I'll tell you about next. Let's get right to it! On Saturday, your Orchard Park Quakers football team began their quest for Section 6 glory and a New York State championship by hosting the Engineers from Hutch Tech, a team hungry for its first victory of the season and eager to avenge its 42-point loss to the Quakers 2 weeks prior. The Quakers defense would set the tone early. Just 1 minute and 43 seconds into the game, John Mecca picked up a forced fumble and scampered 20 yards into the end zone, dragging an Engineer with him for the last 5. The extra point gave OP the early 7-0 lead and the momentum. After stopping the Engineers after a long drive and forcing a turnover on downs, it was finally the offense's chance to show what they could do. After a couple of nice gains, Jaden Hassett connected with Zach Dana behind the line of scrimmage, and Dana took the catch and run 37 yards to the house, putting OP up by 14 at the 8:50 mark of the first. In the second quarter, Hutch Tech put together a long drive and entered the red zone when Xavier Elon made a timely interception to keep the Engineers off of the scoreboard. On the ensuing drive, Hassett found Dana flying down the field and passed the Hutch Tech defense, completing a 49-yard touchdown, Quakers. The PAT put OP up 21-0, a lead which they had taken to the locker room at the half. The Quakers opened the second half with a touchdown drive that culminated with a Pat Bundy 57-yard sprint into the end zone just 1 minute and 6 seconds into the quarter. OP opened the fourth quarter with a 39-yard strike from Hassett to Jake Casella to put the Quakers up 35-0. With the Engineers driving into Quaker territory, OP forced another fumble, which was recovered by Damarian Barnes. On the ensuing drive, Quinn Flores scored a touchdown on a 1-yard run set up by his 39-yard run the play before. The defense continued their strong play as they had all day preserving the shutout and the win. With the 42-0 blowout victory, OP secured its spot in the Section 6 semifinals and will host Jamestown on Friday. After the game, I caught up with the coaching staff and one of the day's biggest stars, running back Pat Bundy, to talk about the game and what's to come.
All right, I'm here with the Orchard Park Quakers after a dominant win over Hutch Tech. All right, my first question is for Coach Cieslik over here. Pat Bundy filled in a motto very well. He filled in your Cornfield 219 motto. Incredible after he filled in for Jarek Bresky, and that's not an easy task. Just how much has Pat meant in the second half of the season?
Dude, Pat, the whole season, Pat's been one of our most important dudes all season. He's one of our big-time dudes. Wears a letter on his jersey. Can't say enough things about him. His role got bigger this week as he filled in for Jarek, as you mentioned. And what a shocker. Pat Budney steps up and does more than anyone would expect him to. Didn't surprise anyone on our staff, but great kid, man. Can't say enough about number 10.
So the mustache man, defense. Your defense today was incredible. 0 points allowed for the second time in a game this season. How much have you guys improved over the year, do you think?
We've improved. We're always trying to improve. We're not proving anything to anyone. And, I mean, guys like Matt Wright, Mason Dahmer, and Patrick Budney, they help this defense out, and they over-communicate and do a great job.
Did everything go according to script today?
I know, but we try to play a three-phase game: offense, defense, and special teams. And anytime that you put a 0 up for the other team and you get out of here with a win and move on. I mean, but the big thing with playoff football is if I advance and play the next week, you tell your guys you're trying to play 48 minutes to earn another opportunity, because you can never know when that opportunity can end. I say 3 wins to a section title, 6 wins to a state title. So you got 1 down, you got a lot longer and more difficult road to go. But so to us, we're going to enjoy this one tonight and then move on next week.
What is something that went well today, and what is something you need to work on in practice?
Something that went well. Our guys really stuck to the game plan. They did exactly what we asked them to do, and they gave everything on every single play. So they really gave 100% effort for 48 minutes, which is really something we strive for. In terms of what we can improve on, absolutely everything. We can work on everything. We can always be better. We can always improve. We can always find a way to get to that next level. So that's what we're always striving for in practice.
And you guys have beaten Hutch Tech twice this season. That's hard to beat an opponent twice. You guys have a chance to do that next week against Jamestown, your rival. How do you prepare to do that on Friday at home?
It all starts with practice. I feel like if we lock in practice and we do everything we need to do, we can do it.
All right, well, thank you guys.
That was a dominant win by our football team. I hope to see a packed house on Friday at home against Jamestown, with a trip to the stadium on the line. But football wasn't the only team working hard last week. Let's see how all of our teams did.
Unified football tied Sweet Home on Monday. Michael Santillo, Ethan Missile, Alex Surgery, and Max Kroll scored touchdowns for OP. Girls cross country finished in 8th place this week at sectionals. Samantha Masor was the top OP finisher in 16th place. Boys cross country finished 6th at sectionals on Friday. Matthew Griffin was the top OP finisher, placing 16th individually. Boys volleyball split a pair with a nice win over Hamburg. The team will travel to Lancaster for a playoff game on Thursday at 6 p.m. Boys JV volleyball also beat Hamburg 3-0. However, they unfortunately lost 2-1 against McQuaid the following day in their final game of the regular season. Girls varsity volleyball won their first game of the playoffs in the quarterfinals against Frontier on Thursday. The team will play Will North at home in the section semifinals on Monday. You can do it, ladies! Varsity cheer placed second at the Class A Section 6 championship. Girls tennis represented Orchard Park well at states with the doubles team of Amelia Parakak and Adriana Roberts making it to the round of 16. Girls soccer ended their great season on Monday after losing to Clarence in the quarterfinals. Girls gymnastics placed second at sectionals with a score of 106.6. Abigail Lewis, Gianna Wabick, and Ella Sicily all qualified for states. Congratulations! Congratulations to the girls varsity swim team for winning the Section 6 Class A championship on Thursday. Chloe Bobel, Mara Johnson, and Kelsey Duck each took home a gold medal, while Peyton Brackenbridge took home a silver. Varsity football had a great victory over Hutch Tech in the quarterfinals, winning 42-0. The team will continue their playoff run on Friday at home against Jamestown in the section semifinals. You got this, guys!
Up next, we have a Summer So Questions segment with girls soccer players Chloe Fabianski and Lila Hogenkamp. Let's learn a little bit more about Lila and Chloe.
What is your favorite class you have taken at Orchard Park High School?
Probably exercise science. I'm in it right now. It's really fun, good workout routines to know.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
Probably English class with Mr. Ferrara. Very chill, learn a lot.
Wow.
It's a good class.
What is one meal that isn't served in cafeteria that you would like to see offered?
Probably dino nuggets and mac and cheese.
What would you?
Probably like a nice steak fillet would be nice.
That sounds good. They should do that. I don't know if that's in the budget, but describe soccer in 3 words.
Competitive, accountable, and resilience.
What would you describe soccer in 3 words?
Encouraging. Sorry, discipline and fun. Yeah.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
I don't want to, okay. Probably. I'd say, I'm fun, loving, and caring.
All right, what would you describe yourself?
Probably, I think I'm pretty funny, hardworking, and innovative.
What is one thing that you would like to accomplish before you graduate from OPHS?
Probably a varsity goal, because I'm a defender, so that'd be nice.
I mean, you still have 2 years. What is one thing you would like to accomplish before you graduate from OPHS?
I want to have my own clothing line, actually, before I graduate.
Really? What are you going to call it?
We'll keep that a secret for now.
All right, it's going to be a big drop. If you could go on a dream 3-month vacation to anywhere that you wanted to, but it would delay your high school graduation by a year, would you do it?
I definitely would. For the experience.
I would not, because once you graduate, then you can just do whatever you want if you have money.
There you go.
Now, because you said yes, where would you go?
I would probably go to Hawaii.
I've been there. It's very fun.
Be a super
lucky.
senior,
I have not.
be like
Yeah.
the fun super senior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which ESPN competition would you rather compete in? Nathan's hot dog eating contest or the Scripps spelling bee?
The hot dog eating,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot dogs. I don't know how to spell, so.
Okay.
What is your favorite kind of cookie?
Probably just a regular like chocolate chip with like a little sea salt on top.
What was your favorite?
I gotta say like pumpkin cookies. It's very delicious. It's like pumpkin bread, but in like a cookie form. Very like moist.
Thank you for watching this week's Quaker Sports Recap. There is still plenty of sports to be played, and each event requires a win to keep playing. So let's get out there and cheer on our teams, and together we can shout, Go Quakers!